Hello! So it's almost the end of 2012. I have seen a lot of great films this year, a lot of bad films, and a lot of really terrible films. But today I'm going to give you my top 10 best films of 2012, my favourite films of 2012. So here we go. In at number 10 is The Avengers. Now, I've enjoyed all the other Marvel films except for the first Hulk film. I enjoyed The Incredible Hulk. And I think that this was brilliant. It was a superhero film that brought all these people together, all these superheroes together, and did everything brilliantly, and I was blown away by this. It was one of the best superhero films we had had in a very long time, and one that was done well. In at number 9 is Looper. This is the year for Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He has shown that he is brilliant. We had in The Dark Knight Rises shown that he was brilliant, and in this, he is even better. Bruce Willis, this is one of the best things I've seen him in a long time, and I was just blown away by this. It is a brilliant time travel film that does time travel really well, does something very original and fresh, and I was really surprised at this. There's very surprising scenes, and there's a brilliant child actor in it who I can see getting very far. It's a brilliant time travel film, and I just thought it was excellent, and that is why it is number 9. In at number 8 we have Skyfall. After Quantum of Solace, we needed something brilliant, and that is what we got. We got a brilliant James Bond film that went back to all the older films, respected all the older films, and was just done really well. Daniel Craig is possibly the best James Bond. This is one that was just dark, gritty, did some really great things, and had some actual laugh out loud moments, which was just brilliant. I'm glad that it respected all the old films and did things really well. In at number 7 we have Silver Linings Playbook, a film that really surprised me. I wasn't really that excited for it. I had only really read the synopsis on it. I didn't watch trailers, went in blind, and I was blown away by this film. I've said that about a lot of films in this list so far. I was blown away by them, but this was just a different rom-com. It had all these things with depression, things with people with conditions, and it was just done well. It's a dark, depressing, but heartwarming rom-com that is very different from a lot of the rom-coms, and I loved it. In at number 6 we have Chronicle. I have watched this multiple times this year because I saw it in cinemas, and then as soon as I got it on DVD I watched it over and over again. I think I have watched it about 7 times this year. It was just a found footage film that brought something fresh to the genre. We had all this horrible found footage film, and then this one was just a superhero film that was fresh, superhero superpowers sort of film that was fresh, was really well done, had some excellent things in it, a brilliant finale, and was just an incredible film altogether. In at number 5 we have Argo, directed by Ben Affleck, starring Ben Affleck, and it shows that Ben Affleck can really direct well. All of his films have been brilliant. Gone Baby Gone was brilliant, The Town was brilliant, and this just blew me away. This is a film that had me on the edge of my seat the whole way through. It was just so tense. There were scenes where you were just worrying what was going to happen, and it was one that was heart-pounding. It was just done so well. It had its comedy moments, some really laugh out loud moments that were just brilliant, and it's very dark as well at times. It's just a brilliant film that Ben Affleck has done well. He's shown that he can really direct. In at number 4 is Killer Joe. I know a lot of people really didn't like this, but this just, for me, I don't know what it was, but it just blew me away. It was just a hitman film that was different, done well, very dark. We had it from William Friedkin, who has done The Exorcist, and it was just something very fresh from him after a long time of not getting films that were that great from him, and this was just brilliant. The ending is crazy. There's some crazy things in this film, but this is a film that I just loved and I thought was amazing, and Matthew McConaughey just shows that he can really act, and he is brilliant in this. In number 3 we have The Cabin in the Woods, a film that is once again written by Joss Whedon and directed by Drew Goddard. And it was them, the team of them, they stayed in a hotel for the weekend, and one was upstairs and one was downstairs, and they wrote the script together, and they just knew how to make a horror. We had all these horrible horrors over the years, we've had really crappy horrors, but this was one that picked fun out of these horrors and had all the things that these horrors did, and then just twisted it around, and the finale is one of the best finales that I've seen in the film this year. It was just incredible. I was blown away by it again. Yes, it's just amazing, this film. It's one of my favourite horrors. I've watched it multiple times this year. I saw it in the cinemas twice, and then I watched it so many times after getting it on Blu-ray. I just kept watching it because it is just Every time it gets better and better, and you spot other things in there all the other times, and that is why this is in the number 3 spot. Number 2, you're going to wonder why this is number 2, that you're going to wonder why this isn't number 1, and now you're going to wonder what's going to be number 1. In at number 2 is The Dark Knight Rises. This is going to be the unpopular opinion for some people, but I thought The Dark Knight Rises was better than The Dark Knight just a little bit. I just loved it. Tom Hardy was brilliant as Bane. Christian Bale was brilliant as Batman again. The storyline was just incredible. Everything was good about this film. Christopher Nolan really knows how to direct this, and it was an excellent end to the trilogy. It's just a perfect film and a perfect end to the trilogy. And number 1, this is a film that maybe not many people have really seen yet. It's a film that was shown at a lot of festivals. I saw it at Fright Fest, and I don't get it till March next year in the UK, March 15th, 2013. But I'm still going to put it in because I saw it this year, and it can still be classed as released this year for some people. That is Maniac. This is a film that I just thought was incredible. We had the original, and then we had this remake. This remake was just a fresh remake. It was completely different than the original. It had the same storyline, but it was just fresh. It was done really well. It's from the point of view. Elijah Wood as a serial killer, psycho guy was just brilliant. We already saw him being sort of a psycho in Sin City, and that was only a small part. And then in this, as a full psycho through the whole film, it's done first person view. It looks brilliant. It has an incredible soundtrack, some really great effects. Very crazy at times, but it was just a breath of fresh air. It was just a film that just blew me away again. It was just incredible, and I just loved it. Elijah Wood showed his true colours with this. He can be so many different characters, and he really works in this. And this is a horror that just really worked, and I loved this a lot. And that is my top 10. This was really hard for me to do this year. I just had about 20 or more films to pick from, so this is the hardest list I've done, but this year has been one of the best years of films that we have had in a very long time. I really hope you enjoy seeing this top 10 list, and I hope you join me for the worst movies of 2012 for me, which will be up sometime this weekend. And tell me in the comments below what your favourite films of 2012 were. So thank you very much for watching this. I hope you all enjoyed this, and that is all for now. Thank you very much. Goodbye.